Hello everyone. In this chapter, we'll see from gathering food to growing food of earliest people or the lifestyle of earliest people. In this, you can see how people are involved in different works. A man here hunted an animal for eating. They are staying beside the bank of river, and a man here making tools, maybe for cutting or hunting or for any different purpose. They lived a simple life. And for food, they hunt animals, gathered food or the fruits or nuts from the forest. And they lived in caves, and their clothes are made of bark of trees and animal skin or fur. And weapons are made of stones or bones. And based on the usage of stones and how they made tools, the Stone Age is divided into, or the prehistoric period is divided into three ages, that is Old Stone Age, Middle Stone Age, and New Stone Age: Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic. And from gathering food to hunting, how they gathered and how they have hunted animals. And this took place thousands of years ago. And for hunting animals, as a year passes by, they started. Hello everyone. In this chapter we'll see from gathering food to growing food of earliest people and or the lifestyle of earliest people. Here you can see everyone are involved in different types of works. Here a man has hunted an animal for eating, and they are staying beside the bank of river, and they have made a small hut, and here a man is making tools, maybe for cutting or hunting or for any different purposes. And they lived a simple life. And for food, they hunt animals and gathered fruits, nuts, etc. And they lived in caves, and their clothes are made of bark of trees and animal skin or fur. And weapons are made of stones or bones. And based on the usage of stones and how they made tools from the stones, the Stone Age is divided into three types, that is Old Stone Age, Middle Stone Age, and New Stone Age, that is Paleolithic, Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic. Gathering food and hunting. And which is for food, means for food they are dependent on forest. That's why they used to live in forest, for which they are dependent on animals and for the naturally which are grown in the forest. And hunting animals. At that time, they did not know how to grow crops or rear animals. But as the time passes, they have learned many things from hunting to growing crops, and they came to know what to eat, what not to eat, and which are wild animals, how to hunt, and they taught them to their children too. For living, we know food is necessary. Then know for food they have to hunt animals, for which they used stones and made some modifications, and this led to the making of stones. Tools made up of stones, bones, and wood. They started fitting the stones into a wood for holding and making sharp edges, and also sharpening or pointing the stones. This all led to the modification of tools called microliths. Means they started from larger stone to the smaller stones, and making some modifications in the stones. And this the usage of small stones is known as microliths. The most important discovery was fire, and this led to the revolution in human beings. They started using fire for various purposes. This using of fire also took many years. Means how to use the fire. They might have accidentally dropped a piece of meat, and after that when they have tasted, they came to know the difference between the taste of raw and cooked meat. And historians also found traces of ash from Kurnool caves. Means this indicates that the prehistoric or the earliest people might have lived in caves, and they used fire. Nomadic life, that is movement or mobile living. The earliest people used to live in different groups in the caves or under trees or rocks. They did not build houses. Actually, they led a mobile life, constantly and moving from one place to another in search of food or for better living. Okay, people who regularly move from place to place are called nomads. As the year passes by, they started drawing pictures on the walls, maybe for the future generation can have an idea how to hunt, what to hunt, and paintings like animal paintings, human beings, or the tools, and so many other things. Later, a use of colors with mixed animal fat also they have found on the walls of the caves. The paintings and the brushes they used were made of bamboos, and it also shows some religion's importance too. In Telangana, archaeologists found so many stone tools in almost all the districts of the Telangana, and some of there are means in these districts, that is Ekkala in Varangal districts, Amarabad in Mehboob districts, Elleshwaram in Nalakonda district, Ramagundam in Karimnagar district, Utnur in Adilabad districts, Armoor in Nizamabad district, Manjira Valley in Medak district, Chella in Khammam district. And these are the paintings we find in Telangana. That is cave painting in Pandavala Gutta and rock shelter at Niladri Hills. In Telangana, uh, the these Yanadis and Chenchus lived in this manner till very recently. Scholars have tried to live among them and understand their lives from many such studies done all over the world. Historians try to imagine the lives of people who lived in the forest thousands of years ago. These are the peoples of Chenchus and how they are hunting animals. Chenchu hunters. These are the pictures. Shared living means as they don't have houses, in search of food they used to travel from one place to the other, and as they don't have any containers or homes for storing food, they move from forest to forest and hunt animals, gather food from forest, and live together, and they used to live all together. They were no rich poor, caste, religion, or any other differences. uh, Everyone were equal. First they also know, means first they only know how to hunt animals and gathering food from the forest, but slowly they have learned so many things from gathering to growing crops. And this started from 12,000 years ago. Climate change also took place. World became warm and led to the changes in the forest, which turns into the grassland. When they came in contact with grasslands and animals, they started controlling them, which is called domestication of plants and animals. It simply means they started controlling animals and used them for various purposes like milk, and for plugging land, and using their skin, and in fields to carry loads, etc. And when it comes to agriculture, they might have observed the where the seeds have been fallen. In course of time they notice the plant growth, and after which or later months or year, same fruit on that plant they would have observed. This led to the idea of growing plants with seeds. So many other observations might have they noticed, and they learned many things. Learning to grow crops and tend animals means how the seeds have been sprouted, and from the sprouted seed how the plant is growing, and they started growing crops like paddy, wheat, barley, pulses, millets, tubers, and vegetables and edible grains. They found all these things. And domestication and hardening means controlling or rearing animals for different purposes. And they also use some animals like horses, oxen, bulls could be used to plug the land. And hardening is the management or the domestication animals, means managing the animals. The farmers of Pilkli in Andhra Pradesh were cattle herder. He is a herder. Settlements. The settlement community living was another result of agriculture. Means now from for the in search of food they used to travel from one place to another place. But now they started growing crops. They have learned how to grow crops. So there is no scarcity of food, and they have much food to eat, and because they don't have any food problem, so the population also increases rapidly because large quantity of food were available. And Neolithic, that is new stone age, people buried there, they have found these buried their deads. These Many parts of the South India burial places have been marked with rectangular blocks. These are the burial places in South India, and these are the rectangular blocks which are very big and stone, and they were known as megalith because of the larger size of these stones. They are known as megaliths. People constructed huts of dried grass and mud as shelter. Most settlements were on the slopes of hills or in rock shelters near river, so that they don't have any water problem. The earliest Neolithic settlements are in the valleys of Iran, Iraq, Israel and Palestine, and these are the megaliths. Archaeologists believe that around 5000 years ago, hunters of these areas began to rear animals. How many years? 5000 years ago. The cattle were pegged in. Why they are saying so means because they have found a cow, that ashes of cow dung. Uh, and they said this was found in Mehboob and state of Kurnool and Anantapur in the caves of Andhra Pradesh, along with cow dung ash, Neolithic stone axes. These axes, stone blades and rudimentary handmade pots were also found. After a few thousand years, many of these peoples also started cultivating crops and settling down in village, because they started staying in one place, and everyone started growing crops. This led to the formation of the village. And let's see the Neolithic period in Telangana. Number of Neolithic sites have been found in Warangal, Karimnagar, Mehboob and Adilabad districts, and ground stones tools have been collected. The excavation of Palakonda in Warangal districts have brought to light a hearth of burnt clay along with large number of microliths, handmade pots and jars for storing grains. People seem to have lived here about 3300 years ago. And these are the some districts of Telangana having important rock art sites.